We are here with Lynn Brewer, Fort Payne City Council candidate. Your first question is, what do you think the top 5 most important issues for the city of Fort Payne are, and how do you plan to achieve those and or pay for them?
Okay. I would say the number one issue with Fort Payne is just getting everyone on the same page, creating a vision for our city. And we've worked on that the last 4 years, but I think it takes a little bit longer. We've begun a process of that. And so without a plan, you know, you don't get much accomplished. So you have to really know what you want and work towards those things. I guess the second thing would be to focus on small businesses, not just downtown, but all our mom and pops. You know, that's the backbone of our community. When an industry shuts down or whatever, like the sock industry did, you know, years ago, it kind of wiped out our economy for a while, and we really suffered from that. And we've done good coming back and diversify, but your mom and pops are the ones that keep you going. And that money stays in Fort Payne. If you're buying somewhere else, from a business that's owned somewhere else, that's where those profits come from. And if you buy from a hometown business, those profits go back into your economy. So those are very, very important things, I believe. I guess third, these probably aren't in order, but I think it's really important to work with our new mayor, Brian Baine, and to make him successful. Brian has a lot of good qualities, and I enjoyed working with him on the city council, but he needs to have a team that can work with him and to accomplish the goals that we set forward.
I'll let you give your 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The fourth would be, I think we still need to focus on our community itself and to look at our quality of life in Fort Payne. We need to give our citizens things to do. We need to give our young people things to do. We need to offer different activities and stuff, like, you know, we've got the beautiful canyon out there, but we don't utilize it and promote it like we should. And that ties into what I would say is the 5th point, is we have got to capitalize on our tourism.
Right.
That is an economic development piece that you just can't find anywhere else. We don't have to go out and find it. We need to utilize what we already have. So I think doing that as well, and keeping people here when they do visit overnight.
Okay, your next question is, setting and maintaining a city budget can be difficult. How do you plan on raising revenue and cutting expenses?
Do you care to repeat that? Sorry.
Setting and maintaining a city budget can be difficult. How do you plan on raising revenue and cutting expenses?
Okay, we can raise revenue by supporting businesses, especially, again, the small businesses and stuff. The more we can get in here, the more sales tax we'll generate. And as an example, and I guess you could take inside the Main Street district and outside, if you view those as 2 separate industries as a whole, if we can grow those, then that will increase our tax revenue and help us raise and generate more money. The budget, we do the best we can to look at where the spending is. I know this year's is really taxing because of the COVID-19. You know, no one knows how that's going to affect everyone. And the most important thing with a budget is to stick to it. You know, you set it, you know what you think you can do within your limits, and keeping the department heads and stuff on budget is sometimes a little difficult to do when there's something they just really want.
Okay. And the last question is, what do you think the role of a council person is?
I think the role of city council is, again, to support our mayor and stand behind and help him accomplish the things he wants to accomplish. I think we kind of advise each other. There needs to be an open communication between the two. And I mean, I'm that cheerleader. I'm there to make Brian Baine successful. But also, I'm there to buffer ideas that he may have and tell him why we shouldn't do things, you know? And I think Brian and I have a relationship where we're able to do that. We were able to work together very well over the last 4 years, but you can ask Brian, he may not think that. And we're kind of a liaison between department heads and citizens and City Hall, the big City Hall, you know. And it's my job to do whatever the citizens ask, you know. And I'm there to answer questions. If anyone ever has a question about why I voted one way or another, I ask them to please come see me. And if you have an issue with anything, that's what I'm there for. People apologize when they call me, and I'm like, hey, don't apologize. That's what I'm here for. That's what I signed up for.
Okay, and last, tell the voters a little bit about yourself and why they should vote for you.
Okay. I've lived in Fort Payne since I was 3. We moved here. My dad grew up here as a child, and we moved here. My dad opened the first fast food restaurant here in Fort Payne in 1963. And so I've grown up in small business and in business in Fort Payne. I attended high school here. I raised my kids here. Fort Payne is just in my DNA. It's who I am. I'm more Fort Payne than I am in Auburn. And do not vote for me because I'm an Auburn fan, but I tolerate Alabama. I'm married to one of those. But I just have a heart for Fort Payne. I want to make Fort Payne better than it was when I got here. I can remember when I was a child, we would dress up to go downtown. My mother would not let me go to town unless I had on a dress, you know, and times have really changed. And so I'm here to just try to make Fort Payne better, to try to improve the quality of life, and to create jobs, keep our character, and just have a plan going forward to make our quality of life excellent.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.